Good morning, Advance Kingdom. It's good to see everybody on the line this morning. We are here. We're ready to start another day. We're here to declare that Jesus Christ, He is King. Yeah, we live in a kingdom that is filled of kings and priests. And we declare to you that you are called to be a king, that you have called to be a priest. You're of a royal priesthood. You have royalty in your blood. So wake up and command your morning this morning. Command the morning. Command your day. Start your day off with the joy of the Lord in your heart. Command your atmosphere. Tell your atmosphere that you serve a risen Savior this morning. Yeah, He is here. He is here to deliver. He is here to set free. He is here to bring light out of the darkness. Yeah, He's here to make you a sign and a wonder in the earth. There's something to wake up to. There's an expectation. Many of you may say that, well, we were excited Monday and we were excited Tuesday, but why are we excited Wednesday? No, you got to understand, in the kingdom, we're excited every single day. There is an expectation of what our King can do in a short period of time. We have another 24 hours for God to show the world that He is God. Yeah, we wake up excited in the kingdom. We understand not ourselves, but we understand what our King can do in a short period of time. So I hope that the expectation of what the kingdom is able to do in your life, how He's able to turn tables upside down, how He's able to flip your situation. Oh yeah, how He's able to make the sun rise. Let the sun testify that there is a risen Savior. Yeah, let the wind blow in your life. It's something to be expected, something to be excited about this morning. Is anyone excited in the chat this morning that we get to wake up, that we get to come together as a community, that we get to talk about our God? Who wouldn't serve a God like this? Yeah, our God is something to be excited about. And we are His kingdom ambassadors. Yeah, we come into the earth. We're not of this earth, but we live here and we come into this earth soul journey, longing for that place not made with hands. We're here to testify of our King, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. It's our God. It's our Savior. Yeah, He woke us up this morning. To Him be all glory. To Him be dominion and power. Yeah, we're here to testify to the earth that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. He is our King. Yeah. Having said all that, good morning, advancers. We are here. Kiari's here. Kamika's here. Sherry is here. Michelle and Dr. Tora. All of these advancers are in the room. Anything could happen at any given point in time. Tisha's here. My wife Tanya's here. Corey is here. Yeah. Paula is here. Michael is here. Dr. Denise is here. Dr. Ann. Yeah. Kingdom blessings. Yes. Kingdom blessings. Nedra, good to see you. Ah, yes. Wake up with the joy of the Lord in your heart. Command your morning. Every morning, command it. Yeah, bring everything into alignment with what God has said about your life. Yeah. Do you not know that there are scrolls written about your life? That you will win in the end. That you're not waiting for a glory that's set up after you die, but there is a glory that is resting right here, waiting for you to enter in. Won't you enter in? Won't you accept Him into your life? Accept Him into your affairs and watch God move. Yeah, we're excited. We're excited. This morning, as we always do, we turn our hearts and our minds towards Jesus. And we do that through devotion and prayer. We do that so that we can acknowledge God in all of our ways, so that He would be the one that directs our path. If God is steering the ship, oh my goodness, the places that we could go. So we want to hear the word of the Lord. This morning, we're going to bring up Dr. Denise to the stage. Good morning, Dr. Denise.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good
How
to
are you
see
this
you.
morning?
I'm doing good. I woke up excited. Yeah,
I
doing
hear you.
well.
I hear you.
Yeah, we'll
I'm,
turn the
I'm good.
platform. Turn the platform over to you.
Sounds good. Good morning, everybody. I hope this Wednesday, June 5th, finds you all well and in good spirits this morning. Um, the scripture that God placed on my heart this morning was Ephesians 2 and 5. Ephesians 2 and 5. And we're used to the version, New King James Version, that says, "Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus." Very simple verse, right? New Living Translation says, "You must have the same attitude that Jesus Christ had." You must have the same attitude that Jesus Christ had. This can go so many different ways. When you look at this scripture, Paul is giving an exhortation to the Philippians to be encouraged and to walk in humility, um, to be comforted by the love of Christ and the fellowship that of the Spirit. And I'm going to read a little bit of this chapter starting at verse 1, and I'm going to be reading from the New Living Translation. Again, my focus is really verse 5. You must have the same attitude that Christ Jesus had. Is there any encouragement from belonging to Christ? Any comfort from his love? Any fellowship together in the Spirit? Are your hearts tender and compassionate? Then make me truly happy by agreeing wholeheartedly with each other, loving one another, and working together with one mind and purpose. Don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. Be humble, thinking of others as better than yourselves. Don't look out only for your own interest, but take an interest in others too. You must have the same attitude that Christ Jesus had. Though he was God, he did not think of equality with God as something to cling to. Instead, he gave up his divine privilege. He took the humble position as a slave and was born as a human being. When he appeared in human form, he humbled himself in obedience to God, and he died a criminal's death on the cross. Therefore, God highly elevated, exalted him in the place of highest honor, and gave him a name that is above all names, all other names, that in the name of Jesus every knee should bow, in heaven and in earth and under the earth, and every tongue declare that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. When I think about this, and I'm encouraged, and listening to your intro this morning, Tim, having the mind of Christ, God created us in his image and in his likeness, and he placed us in a place of dominion. In that, when we look at that, that could kind of give people, a haughty attitude, or thinking I'm better, I am more. We are more. We're victors, we're champions, we are kings and priests, but we enter our role with a humility and a life of servitude, just as Christ did. He had all power in heaven and in earth. He commanded everything. He spoke his word, created everything. Whatever he spoke, it was. And so, even as we walk in this power and dominion, exousia, dunamis, power, then we have also got to walk in a spirit of humility and fellowship, um, looking to serve instead of always being served. Tradition has it in religion that the higher ups are served. but also it's a service as a minister of Jesus Christ, as an ambassador to serve others. That mind of Christ, having that same attitude, I mean, we can look at that in so many different ways. Having the mind of Christ puts us in a position to speak the words of Christ, to be able to see situations above the natural, beyond natural circumstances, to know that there is a will and a way and an alignment and a purpose and a plan that God has that will not be thwarted. It will not be stopped. And so I think about the just being able to know that, but still operate in a sense of humility. When we are in a situation or find ourselves in situations where people say, I don't know how you're going to do that. I don't see how you're going to come back from that. If I was you, I would say this to that person. Maybe they offended you. Maybe they said something that was really, derogatory to your character. And it's not true. But we have the ability, and it's our choice to operate in the same attitude that Christ had. It's a choice. Paul is commanding us, but yet and still it is a choice on our behalf. How do we meet with people that disagree with us? How do we meet? And I'm not talking about people in the world, I'm talking about people in the body of Christ. It's key. Our brothers and our sisters in the body of Christ, how do we meet them? How do we serve one another, whether they're in the kingdom or out of the kingdom of God? If they're in the world, how do we serve them? We serve them by having the same attitude, the same mind of Christ. It's a power that's innate on the inside of us that we can stand and take encouragement from the scriptures in this lesson. So Paul applies these words in Philippians 2 and 5. He exhorts us, and it's kind of a natural flow out of verses 1 through 4, because he's telling us if we can find any joy in fellowship, any joy in the love of Christ, any joy, any peace in these things, then it's easy for us. It should be easy for us to be able to have the same attitude as Christ. So again, he's telling us in detail in the verses before and after what this command looks like. He's saying that Christ humbled himself, right? He humbled himself to be of low estate. He set a standard for us to operate in the kingdom. And so finding ourselves as advancers and champions, victors, we know what our end is. If we align ourselves with the word of God, we know what our end is. It's how we move through the middle. How we move through the middle, that's going to affect how we end up, right? And so, again, it's a lifestyle that we can practice. It is a lifestyle that we can practice, walking out the mind of Christ. He had a selfless mind. He didn't think of himself first. And I look at our community. Our leaders are selfless. They give a lot. They don't ask for a lot. But they give a lot. We have people in our lives that, we'll name them as givers. They could be givers. It doesn't have to be monetary things, but they're givers. They're always there for someone. They're always there to encourage. They're always there to help. They don't put their needs or wants above the needs of others. They're always seeking to help. And I think that even in that, it speaks of our community as a whole. I mean, we are there. I'm campaigning a little bit, but we are there for one another. We are there to help one another. Anything that we've learned, we've always shared. And that's one unique thing about our community. Nobody holds knowledge uh, with a lock and key. Nobody holds knowledge with a lock and key. It's freely given. And I think that selflessness in wanting to see each other succeed and to be the best that you can be. That's how we should be in the kingdom, right? That's how we should be in the kingdom. We should want to lift each other up until we're all at a place to be able to be the best that we can be. We're all different. We all have different gifts. But as a body, we come together, fitly joined together to make each other the best that we can be. Secondly, Christ had a sacrificial mind. He had a sacrificial mind. He didn't mind sacrificing himself to secure our future, which is so powerful just in itself, right? He knew that he had the strength to be obedient to Christ, to God. Now, to be sacrificial does take obedience to God, because there's some things we just don't naturally want to give up. We don't want to give up comforts. We don't want to give up things that we like. We can talk about fasting. Sometimes it can be difficult to give up those things that we like. Not that our body is going to miss them, not that we're going to like totally be ruined if we give them up, but it's because of our society, we don't always want to be sacrificial. And so taking on that mind of Christ, having that same attitude that Christ had, will help us be sacrificial in our giving, sacrificial in our love for one another. Can we overlook, not to say you forget, but can we overlook things that were, said or done, or put in certain ways where it would cause us to not want to help others? Can we overlook that? Sometimes, a spirit of offense will come and we don't want to do certain things, or we don't want to be polite. We don't want to, we put up a wall. And so we have to deal with that. Think about how many times Christ could have been offended by something somebody said to him, and yet he embraced them. Nathaniel, can anything good come out of Nazareth? And Nathaniel had an attitude, and Christ came to him and embraced him yet the same. And he knew exactly what he said. And he said, you know what? I'm not even going to wear that. I'm just going to, brush it off, because I'm bigger than that. I know who I am. I have no problem with my identity. And Nathaniel, you will learn who I am. You will come to learn who I am. And so that sacrificial piece of us that has to die to some things, has to die to pride, has to die to putting our desires first. But knowing in the end, when we align ourselves with these principles, the things that God has for us are surely going to come. These things that I'm talking about help to mold our character, and which is the most important thing that we can do and understand about being a minister of the gospel, about being in position to be an example to others, right? Lastly, he had a serving mind. In his infinite wisdom and his ability to discern situations and needs. We can look at the example that he had where he fed the 5,000, where he fed the people when there was just little. He knew that they could not sustain themselves. They had been out there like all day, but they're hungry for the word. And so how am I going to meet their need? I'm going to serve them natural food so that they can have a capacity to be there and hold spiritual food. He came serving his disciples. He wanted to teach them that servitude was first. What did he tell the disciples? That which is last shall be first. The sons of thunder, he told them, their mom is like, well, who's going to sit on the right and the left? They're jockeying for position. And he's like, you don't do that in the kingdom. You don't do that in the kingdom, because the last will be first. Those that can serve, those that understand that this selflessness, sacrificial living, sacrificial mind, and a serving mind are the foundation of who Christ is. And so they probably didn't understand that well, but they grew to understand it. And even as Christ went back to sit on the right hand of the Father, the Holy Spirit ministered to them, and they were able to fully walk in their calling. They were fully able to fulfill their assignment, some of them even unto deaths that we would say are unspeakable, torment, torture. But they withstood it because they understood their mission. They understood that they were breaking ground for the kingdom. And so today, I just encourage you to have the same attitude and the same mind that Christ had, given that he has given us all authority and all power in him to reign as kings and priests, and that the mind of Christ is so, the whole concept of that is huge, because if we think like he thinks, not only can we succeed in following these principles, but we can succeed in the purposes and plans of God for our lives. So this morning, let's pray. Father, we bless you this morning. We thank you that you are a good and loving Father, never to be compared with our human nature. But God, so above and so knowing, infinitely knowing everything that we need, everything that we desire. Lord Heavenly Father, you allowed us to be engrafted into your family. And for that, we're grateful this morning. Father, you have given us an example in your scriptures of how to walk out and how to live as Christ lived, how to be obedient to you and your word, knowing that your plan and your purpose for us will be fulfilled. Father, I thank you even now, God, that we do have the mind of Christ. Father, I thank you that we were created in your image and in your likeness. I thank you even now, God, that we have the Holy Spirit as our comforter, our guide, and our teacher. I thank you, God, that you enable us to increase and hope and have higher capacity to hold more of you. Father, I thank you that you build a wall of fire around us, protecting us from the advances of the enemy. Let nothing stand in our way. Let no obstacles stand in our way. Let them be removed, that we might serve as your king and priest in the earth, that we might serve as ambassadors of Christ, showing your love, your compassion, Lord Heavenly Father, your wisdom and your guidance. In Jesus' name, amen.
Good morning, Dr. Denise. Awesome word and awesome reminder for us as believers to have the mind of Christ. It's so funny that sometimes us as believers or church folks can be the meanest people, can be the ones that show the least characteristics of Christ. And it's become a thing where non-believers they'll look and they'll see, like, I don't want to be like that. Like, you're asking me to come to church. You're asking me to come into the kingdom, but you're not exhibiting fruit of the Spirit. You're not exhibiting things that are welcoming.
Right.
And so this is an awesome reminder to us as believers, not only to have the mind of Christ, but what does that look like?
Yeah.
And so those examples that you gave were perfect examples for us, and a perfect reminder for us to, show up in a different way, and having the attitude of Christ, like that changes the encounter that people have with us.
Yeah.
That will allow people to have an encounter with us. They meet us for the first time, and they say there's something different about you. And they see a difference, and the mind of Christ, that's the difference. We're Christ-like. So that is definitely an awesome word, Dr. Denise.
Thank you. When you said that, I had to think about the times, like, I'm kind of an aggressive driver. And so I think about, like, when I'm on my way to church and somebody is in my way and I'm like, I'm ready to go. Can you move over, let me in, whatever needs to be. And I'm like, well, what happens if I got to church and that person is like in the parking lot behind me and I acted a fool?
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
That
it's
is
the
weird.
small things. It's really the small things. It doesn't have to be something huge, but it's like how we treat others is so important. And sometimes, like you said, we don't have that same attitude. And the world is looking for something different. And when will they see it? When will they see something that they really desire? Because the world is pulling them one way, but we can't act in a manner that is so far out there that we're turning them off before they ever get in the door. That's something.
You said it, because they see one thing in the world already.
Yes.
What is our difference? Like, if we're responding the same way as the world would respond to situations, there's no difference in us and them. And we said it the other day. They not like us.
Right. They not like us.
They should not be. And there should be a difference. You should be able to tell. But you hit the nail on the head with the driving. Now, Denise, I am a very mild-mannered person most of the time. But driving and being around people who cannot drive. Now, I live in the state of Minnesota. I think this is the worst driving state I've ever lived in. Like, Denise, I don't know if you can attest to that, but the simple things in driving that are not done, like, you get to a four-way, and who goes first?
Right.
Like, things like that drive me crazy. And so I've caught myself, true story, this was probably 3-4 weeks ago, headed to church. Someone cut me off. And when I say they cut me, it was intentional. You know how you getting on the highway, and there's 2 lanes going into one.
Yeah.
I'm clearly ahead of this car right here, and they sped up and almost ran me off the road. Oh my God. When I tell you, I had to check myself quickly, because what I did was sped up on them real quick. And I got like real close to them. And then I took it a step further. I got next to them.
And then you looked over.
I said, what are we doing? And then I caught myself. I said, hold up. Like, I can't be like this. It might not have been intentional. It was intentional.
Right.
But I can't respond like this. I'm on the way to church too. Like, I had to center myself and say, like, gee, like, you're off the rails for you to respond in that way,
Yeah.
that means you're not disciplined right now.
Right.
Yeah, you're
Right.
not disciplined. So I quickly checked myself and said, all right, you're gonna go on a fast. Like, you are going to fast, and you are going to get this flesh under subjection, because this flesh wanted to act a fool.
Nap. Nap. Woo.
Absolutely. And when you look at yourself and say, that's not you.
Right.
It wasn't me.
Right.
Man.
Those are the things that when you are put in it's the little situations like that you really find out what's on the inside of you. And we all have something on the inside of us that God is trying to perfect our character, not to totally rip us apart or tear us apart, but so that we can more look like him and have that same attitude that he had. Because I'm training my neck not to swivel when because when I pass them, then I want to look over, and it's like, no, why you want to look over? Just you in the other lane now. Keep driving, because that's not where you're going. Just keep driving. But it's those little things that cause us to falter. You never know if you're going to run into the person at the grocery store. They're going to see you. And you know what I mean? It can be anything. It can be anything. And I just, I so appreciate our community.
Yeah.
Because I really do believe that we do strive to have the same attitude as Christ.
Yes.
We're all a work in progress, but we really try to set that example, and we're working on it. We're actively working on it, and I think that makes a difference. It makes a difference in the trading world, because you see people, they might have something and know something, but they don't want to tell you. They will not tell you what indicator they're using. They will not say, oh, look at this time frame. They're not going to tell you jack. They don't care.
Those gatekeepers.
Yes.
Right.
Like it's an inside story, know. So I think that we're a work in progress. And trying to be a living example. And I think that's especially important in the community, the trading community that we're in, is to show that we are different.
Yeah. And understanding that our lives are the biggest evangelism tools. People may not listen to what you say, but they're going to watch you.
Oh, they'll watch you all day.
They're going to watch you all day, and you can say one thing, but if you're showing something different, like it's a hypocrite. You become a hypocrite at that point. So we are a work in progress for sure. We got to let them work on us. Yeah, awesome. Hey, Tim Campbell. First of all, before you say anything, Tim, you want to behave today.
I'm on my best behavior. I'm on my best behavior.
I don't know if y'all the end of the stream yesterday.
I had to be muted. It almost came out. It was just spewing out. I think you saw it. I was like, because we went over the 9 o'clock hour, and I was like, I'm going to hold it until 9 o'clock. Then we said 9:01. I was like, oh well, no, we're gonna tell it all. We're gonna tell it all. No, it's funny. Apostle Giles, he was talking about on his live. He was talking about especially the prophetic people, how God will tell you things and you got to know when to release it. I was like, oh, he talking about me, because I'll release it. God to tell me something, I'll release it at any given point in time. I'll get excited about it. I'll be like, oh, I'm telling everything. God, like, you know what? I can't tell you nothing.
You gotta hold it until the appointed time.
Right. I'm working on it. Oh, I just be getting excited. I'd be like, let me tell you what, guys. Oh, man. You were talking about the driving. Let me tell you about this experience I had a couple months ago, and it was on the way to church. and I'm speeding. I just like to speed. I'm always speeding in this car. So I pull out, I go onto the main road, and this car is ahead of me. I go around the car and I'm just gone. Then the car goes around me. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go around that car. So we're just racing. And so I'm getting position. I finally get in front. But so I turn and hop on the highway, and I'm on the highway, and they're trying to catch up. So I turn, I go around cars, and so we're just weaving in and out of traffic. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with this person. I'm like, and so they're following me all the way to church. Man, I pull into the parking lot. I was like, and so I got out the car like, what you following me to church for? Do you know that they were going to the same? They were going to church.
Y'all was both acting a fool.
I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I was like, oh, that was you? She's like, yeah, you know I live by you. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Look.
Oh, man.
Listen.
Denise, you say your normal speed is 80. I feel
yes. My normal speed is 80, right?
Yeah.
And somewhere in this last week, I have misplaced my license. So it is causing me to stay at 60. And I'm like, why is it so slow? I can't stand it.
Listen, but you know, like living in North Carolina, the speed limits are different.
Yeah.
We don't have any highways where the speed limit is 55 or 60. We got 70 miles per, and when it's 70, you automatically go 80. Like,
right.
So I had to adjust to that when I moved up here, because my normal speed is 82. Like, I'm just rolling.
Yeah, I'm 80 in the city. Okay. I'm not in the outskirts. I'm 80 in the city. So, I'm like, I gotta do better. I know I gotta do better. I'm a work in progress. Okay. I'm a work in progress.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. People have time that have people take their time in driving. Oh no, they're not meant. Especially just go to. I know we're off subject, but just go to the right. Slow traffic should move to the right.
To the right, exactly.
You see me in this left lane. I'm going fast. Move to the right. That's all you got to do. But no, we're talking about the mind of Christ, right? Okay, mind of Christ. Mind of Christ.
Yeah. We got it. We're back. We're back, everybody. We're back.
Oh man, yeah. Driving will test you. Yeah, you're in the driver's seat. One thing that was stuck out to me about today's devotional is the servant's heart. And that is a key in the kingdom, that when God, especially when you are in the finance realm, God says, I'm going to make you a multi-millionaire. What he's speaking to is the servant's heart in you, that he's not saying that I'm going to blanket you with millions of dollars just to blanket you with millions of dollars. He's transferring kingdom wealth into those that have identified with the servant's heart.
Yes.
And so there's this thing that Paul talks about of this mind of Christ. He says, who can know God, who has known God or who has searched God, but those that carry the mind of Christ. And so the mind of Christ will reveal God's plans to you. And what you will find is God is the chief servant. That as great as he is, he's the chief servant. Like when he was creating the earth, he created it to serve the earth. Very, very wise in that it will reproduce after its own kind, so that once he serves it, that he wouldn't have to continue to maintain it, that it has the ability to serve itself. And so he wasn't just blanketly just serving everybody. He served with wisdom, so that what I instill in you, you'll be able to reproduce it after your own kind. And it's the servant's heart that when you have the mind of Christ, you are able to steward millions wisely because you carry the mind of God. You have the plans and the strategies of God. And so what happens is, for those that are full of greed and those that are full of lust, the transfer that happens will skip over that sort of heart.
Yes.
Right. And it will go and it will seek and run and find those with the servant heart. And here's the thing, a lot of times it will skip over those that you think would have it and go find the one that no one's looking at, because that's the heart that God is looking for.
Yes.
And that's what I love about what you were saying with the servant's heart. It's that mind of Christ to know exactly God's intent, plans, and purposes. And it isn't to harm you, but it's to help you.
Yes.
And if you can lock in and identify with that, then what will happen is you'll find that you'll come into the flow of heaven. That a wicked heart will stand on the outside and watch the flow. You may be in the presence of God, but out of the presence of the flow of heaven. The right heart will bring you back into the flow.
Yes.
To experience God's goodness.
Yeah.
So great word this morning. Great word.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It definitely makes me think about David. You know, all the crazy things David did in the Bible, but his heart was after God. And you can build a certain level of trust with God as well. And so you can't fake a servant's heart. Not but for so long.
For so long, right?
Yeah, you have some people that will, have that false humility, and like it's going to come out at certain points. But when you've proven that you can be trusted, when you've proven that you are a servant of God and you're a giver, the word says He'll give seed to the sower. When you've proven that with the hundreds or the thousands, then He can trust you with.
And one thing that we always, you hear this in so many circles, Christian circles, you're gonna be millionaires, you're set up to be millionaires, and people, they say that, but the foundational work and the character building that has to go on in our lives so that we can have the capacity to be millionaires is first. If you can't manage the $1,000 a week or $1,000 a month that you get on the job, you're not going to be set up right now to be a millionaire. You can say it as many times as you want. You can rewrite a scripture to make it sound like what you want, but until you have the capacity to manage the little, you cannot move forward to have the capacity to manage the much. Because what He's given, like you said, Tim, is not just for you. It's to forward the kingdom. So we get blessed as a byproduct.
Yes.
We're a conduit. We're the tube that it flows through. But it's not all to get, just for us. So I think that's something, again, I see in our circle, in our community, because nobody is flashing and putting up on their posts Rolexes, Ferraris, all of that to entice people to come in.
Yeah.
Our enticement is the word of God.
Yes.
Our enticement is to be examples, living examples of what God can do through us when we align ourselves with Him.
Yes.
And it's totally different than everything that you see out there. Totally different.
Yeah.
Especially in this industry.
Yes. Yeah.
This industry will fool you. There is when I first it's not. Here's the thing about millions that and we have, these are the type of, we're in a community of kings and priests, that what God is mantling us to do is to be kings in the earth, to have dominion, to have that authority. And so we have to have these kind of conversations about a lot of times we're expecting the millions to come. But you don't understand the blessing of the millions not coming before you're prepared.
Right.
Because I've had millions come into my hands and then pass through my hands, not having the capacity to hold on to it. And it's almost better to never have had it, to have had it and lost it.
Yes.
And so God, in God's infinite wisdom, he will reserve millions from coming until you're able to have the capacity
Right.
to handle it,
Right.
until your heart is correct.
Right.
And there is something about when I look back at those times, it's like, why wasn't I able to hold on to the first million that had? And you look at the character flaws of it was centric towards me. My heart was centric towards gaining what I need to gain. And it wasn't on the outside. The prophetic words begin to come. It says, Tim, you could do it by yourself, but it's important not to do it by yourself. It's important to be a servant in his kingdom. And the servant has the capacity to enter into the storehouses of heaven. It's what, when Jesus said that he didn't have a home, he wasn't saying that he wasn't wealthy, that he wasn't operating in the storehouses of heaven. He's saying that I am not attached, my heart is not attached to the wealth of the earth. That whatever the need is here, I have a storehouse that will supply every need that I encounter. Right. And so my heart wasn't based on what I can gain for myself, but how I can be a distributor of kingdom wealth. And one of the first tests, and I don't know if the community realized this, but one of the first tests in operating in kingdom wealth is, are you a distributor? When you sit in community, evaluate to the proportion in which you're distributing. It may be just something that you learned today. Are you distributing that, or are you staying silent in community? Because if you can't do something as simple as share something that has helped you with your fellow community member, then how will you share millions that come into your hands?
Right.
And so you're getting practice in community to learn how to be a distributor of kingdom wealth with something just as small as a kind word. Do you distribute kind words in community? Yeah. Do you encourage in community? Can you do this? Because if you can't do these things that show that you have a servant heart, then how can God give you millions and expect you to distribute that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Yeah. I just was reading the comments. we got JT Inspires just message saying, I've been watching for 2 weeks, and that it has been the word that has drawn me back each morning. And he said, so he appreciates the kingdom mission of this community. That is awesome. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. That's encouraging to us. That's our mission. That's our goal, to reach people with the word. So that makes me happy. Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, something that just came to me as we were just saying that is, we need to create this. We need to be millionaires in compliments. That you have a huge bank account of encouragement to distribute and to pour out.
That is
right. You're gonna practice this. You're gonna become a love millionaire. Like, the world is looking at dollars, but what type of millionaire has the kingdom made you? Like, we're going to be a distributor of healing, spiritual healing, physical healing. We have an infinite supply in the heavenly bank account to distribute to everyone who has need, according to their need. And some people in the community just need that encouragement to believe that the assignment that God has in their life has not failed.
Yes.
Like, you just need to be encouraged, and we can possess in our soul the ability to encourage our brother and our sister, to keep them going another day. It's a kingdom. We need to become a kingdom distribution center, that we distribute all things concerning the kingdom, including dollars, but not specific and tied just to the dollars.
Right.
That we're a distributor of all things kingdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's very good, Tim. We have more to offer than just financial things. We've got so many spiritual things that we have to offer, and so that's awesome, Tim. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
Love it.
Awesome. Great words this morning. Yeah.
It is. Tim, I know we got news at 7:15.
We do.
Yeah.
So we are not going to be here in this moment until 7:30.
Well, let's shift.
let's go ahead and shift it over.
Awesome. Yeah, let's look at that news that we have that Terrence was talking about this morning. So for headline news, what we have is a red folder coming up here in less than 15 minutes. I'm going to share my screen. I'm looking at my screen, but I need to share it with you. And all right, here we are. Red folder news. So as you can see today with red folders, and let me enlarge my screen. What's coming up is this ADP non-farm employment change. This is NFP week. NFP stands for non-farm payroll. It's a very volatile week. This whole week has been full of red folders. This is going to be a precursor to Friday's NFP announcement. We'll get that Friday, but this is the precursor that will happen Wednesday. It's going to set the tone for the dollar, which is important. And then after the red folder news, we'll get some CAD news. They're going to announce their rate hike decision. So we'll take a look at CAD futures and see if there's an opportunity there. That's going to happen 15 minutes after the open. And then right at a half hour after the open, we'll get that PMI news. And then concerning CAD futures, we'll get the press conference of why they made the decision that they made. That red folder news is going to be critical for today. I'm going to share my screen real quick just to show you why we're looking at this. And as I share my screen, I'm looking at it, but I need to share it with you what I'm looking at. All right, so on this red folder news, when you look at this, that DXY is currently consolidating. It found a level of support. We were looking at this yesterday. I'm going to go to my hour. It's falling it's falling down, but we're stuck in this area of consolidation where we are retested support, which we've rejected off of before, but it hasn't broken down to 104 yet. So we're retesting the bottoms as well. This we know that the DXY sets the trend for indices in gold. If risk is on the dollar, which DXY will show us that if it turns bullish, risk is on the dollar. That means risk comes off of indices, risk comes off of gold, and we'll see those retrace. The vice versa, if DXY, if this level of resistance holds and it comes down and breaks that, we'll see indices and gold begin to push up, metals begin to push up. The news that's going to happen here in less than 15 minutes is going to help the DXY trend, whether we're going to break this level, come to the upside and begin to trend up, or whether we're going to fall down. Negative news, begin to look for buys. Positive news, begin to look for sells. And that is coming up here in less than 15 minutes. And then we'll get PMI to add on to that bias directly after the New York Open. And that is your headline news for the day. Yeah. So that is it's coming up. It's going to be important. And look, we made it. We had time management. You know, we got in what we needed to get in, and now we're prepared for the news. Yeah.
You're on mute.
Oh, you're mute.
I was trying to keep us on track. When I saw that 7:15, I said, no, there's no way we can miss that.
Yeah.
At all. Well, I know we don't have a full crew today, but we got the best crew today. It's me. You know me, the trading futures. You got Denise King, the scalping queen, And we got the Renaissance man, Mr. Born Again FX, Tim, this morning. So we're going to be going through the charts, but we got a little message to put up first. We ain't forgetting. A little disclaimer. Trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all individuals. Any live streaming of trading activities is for educational and entertainment purposes only. The content provided is not intended as financial advice. It shouldn't be construed as such. Viewers are encouraged to conduct their own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any decisions. The host or host of this live stream do not guarantee the accuracy, completeness, or reliability of any information presented and shall not be held liable for any losses incurred as a result of trading decisions made based on the content of the stream. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Viewers participate in trading activities at their own risk. All right. Y'all know what time it is. Yeah. We about to get it going. You got to switch us up real quick. We are going into the red zone. Okay. Y'all moving with me today. Okay.
Now, I hope nobody just comes in on that part of the video, okay? They're going to think,
oh, man.
This crew right here, something is happening that is not right.
It's okay. We got a little crazy in us. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, man. Just having a good time. Just having a good time this Wednesday. What day is it? It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Already.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah. I am waiting on news, really. We got a few things that we could look at. And I'll if you have anything, just let me know. But I'm waiting on news to see what things are going to do. I love trading gold during news or after news, just because it's like a teeter-totter. You know, on one side, if dollar goes up, gold goes down. So we're right in the middle of this range that we've been in, this downward bearish pattern. And so we're right in the middle. We're not high or low. We're right in the middle there. So we can break out to either side. And I want to be on that train when it breaks out. So not having a bias right now. There's a few things that I see on that's setting up on the lower time frames, but understanding that I'm in the range, I'm not really looking at entering in early on this move. Just it's moving sideways. But you know how we like to do range is 1 minute low of range to the top of the range and vice versa. So that's something that we could see, but I'm more so waiting on the breakout of this smaller range here.
And with that range trading, I love it. That's what I do. But when there's news, I'm not going to try to trade the ranges. I'll do exactly what you're saying, Tim. Wait for the breakout. Because, you don't want to be on the wrong side of it.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, especially when you're on a minor level of support. It's just not a good place to be.
Yep.
But we can just identify what's happening. I think we got less than, we got 6 minutes left?
Yeah, 6 minutes.
All right. So chat, keep an eye on the news. Pull up Forex Factory. Let us know what the announcement is in the news as we begin to analyze some of these levels that are here.
And with US 30 specifically, I've got it coming up on a level on the 4 hour and coming up kind of close to the 4 hour 200 as well. So in the 4 hour, it's almost
Yeah.
making an M pattern right there. It's testing that level again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's where it's having trouble closing.
Yep.
Looking
Mhm.
left, it looks like that was resistance level before
Yep.
Right.
for a while now.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
while.
Like it's been rejecting right off of that 200.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be an important level. Right now, it does look bullish that we put in these lower, these higher lows, and that we couldn't close beneath it, and it retested the bottom there. So it does look bullish, just from a structure standpoint. But this will be very telling if it can't pass through there at all, and as it begins to fall, then yeah, start looking for that retest to the bottom side.
Yeah.
And I know there was I wasn't paying too much attention to, you know, those tech stocks that were red yesterday. I wasn't paying too much attention to it. Was sort of expecting a bull run with the news that was released yesterday, and it did some of that, but wasn't really consistent with the movement. Yeah, this is a heavy sideways movement here. It's not really giving us anything. So tell us about your challenge pass yesterday. What trade were you in?
You know, I was in the Dow, and I'll be honest, what I did, because I had like just mentally been challenged on my larger accounts, and I kept feeling like, am I missing something? You know, am I missing something? So I'd go back, I'd do good, I'd have a couple bad trades, I'd do good, have a couple bad trades, and I'm like, something, I'm not seeing something, or I'm not doing something right. So I purchased a $50,000 challenge, passed it in one day. So I'm like, okay, I do know something. Okay. I had to do that to get my confidence back.
Yeah.
You know, because I felt like, am I just missing something? I just felt like I was missing something.
Yeah.
And so I said, I'm not going to trade my larger ones. I said, I'm just going to get this 50, and I'm going to go back and practice on it, and passed it in like 3 trades.
Yeah. It's so funny you say that, because I am in the middle of doing the same thing.
Okay.
I was actually just talking to Billy about it in the last week. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just get a 50 and we go ahead and knock that out. Like,
yeah, you know, and it made sense for me, because literally I think I might have had one trade that went against me, but out of 4 trades, 3 were good and I passed it. You know, it gave me that confidence back that I'm seeing what I need to see. You know, so that was the deal yesterday.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
In the midst of back-to-back meetings, I'm like, somebody up in here gonna give me a break, because I'm gonna be on the chart.
No, that's good, and that's a lot of wisdom there. You know, because it is important to know how your psychology works, and to scale down and to use that strategy to get you back on pace. Yeah. Because
I mean, you know, we have the skill to do the 250. We'll be able to do that. That's no problem. But it's like the things that happen on that journey can really mess with your head. So I'm back.
We've got news coming out right now.
Yep. Let me go to the 30. Okay.
All right. Price is pivoting back and forth. News just released. I'm just going to quickly flip to DXY. And DXY seems to be coming down from the range. So news must have initially been negative.
Yeah, 152 versus 173.
Okay. All right. And so that is going to give us an initial bias for direction. It's not the total move, but it's going to give us an initial bias of direction.
Right.
Where we're going to start thinking about possibly getting long on some of these at levels of support, because that range of 152, when you're expecting 188, usually these are within ranges. So the market has already priced in a certain segment, if plus or minus. But 152 is significant enough drop from the forecast that the market's going to make a correction or an adjustment. Right. So we'll see where that adjustment is at. Let's cycle through some of these now that we got the initial remove. We'll see what pre-market is doing. And that's the spike up that these spikes up. We're not expecting something big, but we're looking at it to test levels of support here. And we're still expecting bullish momentum. And then with PMI coming out today as well, on the service side, right after open, we also have that red folder news. So that's going to be important to tell too. I do want to, because right at open, we're going to have CAD Fed rate. Do want to look at CAD futures. I know we very rarely don't look at this. This was we traded US in Forex. We traded USD CAD a lot, or CAD USD. Was it? No, it was USD CAD that we traded a lot. And so these CAD futures is similar to that. Now, I just want to take a look at where this is at, which seems to be in a range before, which makes sense that USD and CAD would be in a range. We're currently in a range, so I'm just doing a quick evaluation on this because we have news. It's been in this downtrend, which means USD has been stronger. This is old support. We broke through come resistance. We just got USD news that is weakening the dollar. If CAD stays the same, more than likely we could potentially be coming up, but I don't like the position that we're in right now. We have a minor level of support with CAD futures that we're on, and so wouldn't expect a huge support level to be given here to the upside to break through this resistance. At most, I would look for it to come down, touch the trend line, and catch it to the top of where this resistance lies. If we're looking for that. So that would be something to look for. Where it's at, I'm not too excited about it, but we could potentially go retest and possibly break through if we get any kind of keep the Fed rate the same or any kind of increase. We can see this get to the top now that we have negative news for the dollar. All right, and then gold, I'm not too excited about either. I'm waiting for it to either touch the low or the high. If it starts breaking out of this range, if it breaks out of that range, then that's probably something that we can be interested in. But right now, we're still within the range. Yeah, we're way lower than projected. But Corey asked a question: how do you pass a challenge again? And challenges are based on metrics. You have to, depending on which prop firm you're using, you have to reach a certain level of profit. So I think with ATF, is it 6%? You gotta get, you gotta get 6% profit to pass the challenge, and you can't go past your 3% daily drawdown from your high water mark.
Yep. Yeah, 3% trailing drawdown.
Yeah. Which Corey's been, as he's practicing, he's been getting some good trades in.
Mm-hmm. Very good trades in there.
You know, as you continue to practice, just track that. You know, track to see, are you reaching that 6% consistently, and without the reaching your trailing drawdown. See if you're doing that. Track that, and if you do that consistently, that's the time to start getting into the challenge phase. We're starting to get this breakthrough on gold. It wants to leave the minor range. It's a very minor range. I mean, I'm down on the 5 minute. The upward range is here and here. So this breakout is really a minor range, and which is probably a good test, because this has been support over here. It'll probably be a good test if this is going to remain resistance. We had trouble climbing on top of here before and fell to the downside. So this will be a good test right here.
Yeah. It's always so funny to me when news comes out negative and you expect indices and metals to go up, but you're almost always going to get that initial spike down. I'm looking at US 30 and the way it just spiked on down. But eventually we'll be able to get into some buys.
Yeah, I think it does that to set itself up for the longs.
Yep.
You know, it in the direction that we know it's gonna. Well, I won't say no, but
I
pray it's gonna go.
Yeah, and it's and I look at news as an accelerator.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at the possibility of structure, where structure is, news will accelerate the price action down to that structure, and before it makes the move.
Mm-hmm.
So it may have taken an hour or two to get down there, but in news, which is really important with NFP, to go to the hour and 4 hour on NFP Friday. I know we won't be on the call, but to mark out zones, like you'll see a major structure level. NFP can spike it down there really quick.
Yeah.
And then once it's there, don't be afraid to take the buy back up.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, and I think on the and I think for where we are, even with the TDI, we'll probably go into that 39,000. The possibility is definitely there to break that 38.9.
That would be a nice move for today. So if that's the case, where it's pushing down to, where do you see structure as far as entering into the buys?
I'm looking right now. You've got this level right at 38,843, where on the 5 minute, the 200, the 50 meet.
That's what, it's coming up on that right now.
You know, and might be some retest right there, because on the 15 minute, we're already, the next level down is the 800. So there's really, and I don't think it'll go down to the 50, the 30 minute 50. I don't think it'll go down that far, but I think we might get some like consolidation maybe right at this level. And then turn back up.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking.
So let's look at some tests on this level to see if we can find out where it's retesting. That could be it right there. I kind of want to get long here, because if that's the case, if you're thinking 39, and we just say that this was the bottom, this is top of the range. Could this be the move at least up to 23.6 before coming back down?
Yep, let me put my flip on. Yeah. I think my target today with that, would be right around between 980 and 39 074. I'm just going to put my targets in. We can come back and see if that works.
Yeah.
My targets for Dow.
Because this is we put in that manipulation candle. This is liquidity right here that introduced that low that we're coming up to now. This is the neckline, and so we're waiting for the break of this neckline as the test, which is really, let me put my VWAP on. Yeah, VWAP is support. So possibly out of this liquidity, if it breaks, and 38.9 is the TP, the target.
Okay.
Limit order off the market. Yeah, we're starting to get that test here. And so I think I'm gonna get long on this. I know we're late, but I think I'm gonna get long on this here.
Yeah, I'm long with a small position right now.
Yeah.
I'm up 100 right now.
Cool.
All right.
But it's just really a test trade.
Yeah, I see the inverted head and shoulder, so the right shoulder needs to be formed. And so you take a light position here, let it come down to the session anchor VWAP in that liquidity area.
Mm-hmm.
That could potentially be where the heavier position is placed at.
Hey Nedra, what are you seeing?
We got Nedra. Oh, I didn't even see she was in the chat.
We need to, we're just testing this neckline. This is an important area of past resistance. So this is where we marked out resistance in the past. It was support in the past. It's been resistance. So it's going back and forth right there. And so that's creating the neckline of where we're getting that rejection. This is the head, the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We're getting that rejection here. And so it just spiked down, touch VWAP. That's the area of liquidity that we're looking at. And potentially could be placing buy positions in this area, more buy positions into this area. And then the risk is right below the head. Here, I'm gonna get rid of the fib. So we already seen the fib. So we can be getting long up into that 38. Take it to 0 first as TP1, and then 38.9 would be TP2 as the extended version.
Yep.
I'm adding to that position.
Okay, well, we'll see how this goes today.
Yep.
This morning.
Billy just messaged. She said platinum is at a trend line. If it breaks, waiting for a retest, then getting long. Breaking retest of the 1 hour 800.
1 hour 800.
Yeah. Mr.
Okay.
Platinum talking
Yeah.
about platinum.
Yeah, that's another interesting one from the way it's, let me see.
Yeah.
Because it's looking like it's forming that shark fin on the 8 hour 7 all the way down. We're at a shark fin level formed on the 3. And it's just touching on the 12, so we'll see how that goes. Might let's see what that looks like.
This US 30 just playing around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have this is my buy zone. This is I added in more at this position. This is what I'm considering right shoulder. So I have 100 at this level. So I'm risking 950, just about $1,000 on this trade here.
Yeah, it is dancing a little bit there.
And this is interesting because we there was a question last night on our call, on the night call, of how long do you wait for the retest? And the answer that I gave is sort of what I'm thinking about here. It depends on how long it stays here at the retest. If we move in consolidation on there, the move looks less and less attractive. And usually with the retest, it only takes a couple candles. If this is the level, there should be a candle that breaks through and heads up if it's going to head up. And it should do that with force if it's going to do it. Sort of like what it's doing now with the touch of that trend. It should do that with force and begin to head up. If it dances around, then I lose interest in it really quick.
Right. And my girl Nedra is out for coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. Can you bring me a cup, please? Can you bring me a cup?
That sounds good right now.
She says she was eyeing longs.
Yeah.
And so I am $250 in profit right now and excited about that. $350 in profit. Okay, there we go.
Over.
Yeah, that's the push. I'm up $550 right now.
See,
yeah, I'm up.
We got something good going on this morning. We got something good going on.
Yeah, we're just doing this retest here of structure. I think that's if we can get above that, that'll be great. But this test held up. You know, that head and shoulder pattern, inverted head and shoulder pattern held up. Touched liquidity a couple times and now should push to the upside.
Yeah, we got the 1:50 right at that same level too.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, so it's trying to push through that level.
Definitely. Trying to give us a little money before the start of open. So we'll see how that goes.
Anyone in chat on this trade as well?
I'm gonna break that level.
Yeah, it's trying. I think I can. Kamika's in.
Okay, Dr. Lakeisha's in, and Dr. Ann is in. Michelle hit her TP on Bitcoin, her target for Bitcoin. Nice.
Okay. I'm loving the new folks coming in here, killing it.
Yeah. That's good. It's that instant verification that this may work for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So let me be transparent. These are the situations where sometimes I am not patient and I just take profit. These are the situations where I cut myself short at times. But since we're all in this trade together, I am going to be as patient as I possibly can. I'm up 350 right now. But
it's going to retest. I mean, so this is the way I look at it. Is that I'm expecting the move to happen. That possibly, if this is a reversal, then possibly this is the move. This upward move is the move, and so this is a retracement to 61.8. And so, just looking at the levels. What does 61.8 reject off of? This is a test question for anyone in the chat. What does 61.8 reject off of? What's the first? When you catch a PRZ zone, what's the first zone that is going to? Okay, there we go. Dr. Ann said it. 23.6. So 61.8 will push to 23.6. 23.6 is right here. So that's what it's rejecting off of, is that 23.6. Normally in fibs, it will retrace a PRZ zone to retest. So we're expecting a pullback to the 38.2 to retest the neckline again. And then it pushes up to the next zone. And the first take profit is at 0. The second take profit is at 38.9, and the third take profit is at 38.924. And so those kind of movements, we just are patient, knowing that 23.6 is going to give you resistance pretty much every time. Mm-hmm. But you will break through it because you can be confident on that 61.8 level.
Come on.
There we go.
Now you have to be up close to 1,000 by now if I'm at 700.
Yeah, I'm up 950.
Okay, so we're not gonna cry no more, right? For long trades.
Listen.
We're not crying no more for long trades.
Not the long trades. Listen, I'm quick in and out. Boom, boom, boom.
You know, normally that's me, right?
Yeah.
Normally that's me, but I'm being patient this morning.
Yes.
I'm exhibiting the fruit of patience this morning
Yeah.
with this trade because I'm believing.
Yes. We got
It's
the mind of Christ.
It's gonna take me somewhere.
Yes.
That's what I'm
man.
believing this morning. It's gonna take me somewhere good. So we're gonna watch this and see what it does. 8:50. I love it.
Yeah.
I could be done for the day by the time open starts, right?
That's right. That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
That's a good place to be. This thing is
Somebody
climbing.
just tell me this wasn't a good trade. Just tell me it wasn't a good trade.
This is a great trade.
This is a great trade, people. This is a great trade.
It's a great trade, y'all. I'm up 1,100 right now. It's a great trade.
Nice. 1,100. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna move my. I hadn't even moved my stop loss.
Oh, me either. Let me move. Let me
I'm gonna
move.
move mine too.
Woo! Because I want to keep those profits right there. Yes. Let's keep rolling.
Where you moving your stop loss to?
I had it at break even, but I might go up a little. I like this 1,100. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lose all of it, but I want to give it some chance to breathe too.
Yeah.
I don't want to move it to where,
Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off about 75 contracts.
Okay.
And let the rest run.
Yeah, you always the big roller with 75 and 100 contracts. I'm just going to take off 75. It's no problem. You know what I'm saying?
How do you do that again, Tim? Like, can you show us how?
Yeah, it's Yep. So I'm in a buy position now. So all I have to do is sell that position. So I'm going to enter in 75 and just hit the sell button.
Okay.
Yep. So I just took off about $800 off of that.
Okay.
You know what? I think I may do the same thing. I was actually on the mini and not the micro. Yeah. So I'm
I was on the E-mini.
Yeah, I'm in with 10 E-minis. I'm at my 1250 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the debate is to get out of it all or not.
Yeah. I mean, we made it up to 0. So right now it's a double top. If we climb on top of 0, we're definitely coming up to 38.9. And that's why I want to leave the runners on, but also knowing that 0 can bring it back down.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what's up there and see that 2 minute chart. There we go. 2 minute chart. We still have room on the TDI. The 2 minute TDI, the 5 minute. It's all giving me hope.
I don't even have a 2 minute. I gotta add 2 minutes on. Got it. This is dissecting of the charts. Oh, I like that 2 minute too.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm moving into profit, like moving my stop loss into profit now. I'm up 1550.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm at 1450. And I think it's going to put in a higher high here. Well, it already did put in a higher high.
Yeah.
So
So 38.9 is the target.
It's close.
Yep.
We're almost there. Yeah, I may close out this other half. Or not half, but the little bit that was left. I'm going to close it out.
I think I'm up 17 now.
Can we party this morning? Can we party this morning? Can we party this morning?
Group trade. Chat, go crazy. Put those fire emojis in there. Do something.
I know.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm up 17. I think I actually may we'll just take this 17 and run.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to take my 15. I think it's got another good push here.
Yeah, I'm gonna close out
2
of mine
minutes.
as well.
Yeah, I just took it.
Yeah, I was like, that's a $1,500 trade for me.
Yep, I'm taking my 1550. Taking my 1550. Hey,
Well, good job, everybody.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah, good job.
Listen,
Isn't that a wonderful way to start the morning?
That is.
Lakeisha
Come
got
on, people.
1250.
Dr. Lakeisha got the 1250.
Yes.
Nice.
I love it.
This is real
Yeah.
life, y'all. This is
Yes.
These are the real emotions we go through in trading.
We get to pay some bills.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
caught us on a good day.
yeah. Brian hit his take profit like that.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good trade. That was a good trade. And there's a lot of people in this trade. A lot of advancers making money.
Come on, advancers.
Yeah.
Now,
Come
Yeah.
on, advancers. Y'all gonna make me sing, and y'all know I can't really carry a tune, but
come
okay.
on.
Look,
Oh,
we need Sherry. Now, Sherry, you know,
that's what we need to have. We need-
Sherry can take us in.
She will. She will.
yeah.
Corey had some questions about drawdown. He said, do they count drawdown while you are in the trade, and is it going against you, or how far down you are after you are out of the trade? So they count drawdown. It's pretty much liquidity. So if you're in a trade and you're down 1,500, your drawdown is at 1,500 with that money. You got to be careful because if you get to that 3% of whatever your challenge account is, it's going to shut you out, and you're going to fail the challenge. So, so in trades, like, you want to give them room to breathe, and you will go into some drawdown, but that's why we always talk about sniper entries. We're looking to get the best entry possible and not risk as much. Because if you hit that 3%, like, you fail the challenge.
Yeah.
They will count that even if the trade isn't closed yet.
Which is why we are doing prop firms for capital, but why we're getting private accounts to get rid of that drawdown piece. Right, because now that this trade is going, let me log out of this one. I want to show something here, and of what the significance when we're building wealth, and prop firms is a good way to make money. You can make $1,000, $2,000. You take that, the portion of it you may live off of, taxes live off of. But you want to be building your personal account to trade with, and get it to a point where you can hold long runners, and those long runners are going to be stuff where it'll push up, but it'll have significant drawdown, but then it'll push up even higher. And when you find trades like that, that's where the real wealth is created. Even though this is wealth, there is a significant level of wealth that's created by holding things long term.
Lakeisha wanted to ask, can you look at gold?
Yeah.
Brian said he made 900.
Nice, Brian. Great job on that. All right, so gold, we said we were in this range. We've been in this range for a little bit, where we're in this channel, this bearish channel, where we're producing lower lows, lower highs within this channel. Right, so we know that that's what it's been doing. It's been consistently hitting the channel, The bottom of the channel has been hit multiple times. The top of the channel has been hit multiple times. We haven't broke through that. With the negative news, what price is doing, it's pushing up into that channel and has a few obstacles to get through to get to the top of the channel. And at that point, we don't know what it's going to do. It could go to the top side or bottom side. Really, I have this zone marked out because I think that 2300 is going to be hit by the end of the week. So at the top of the channel, I'm going to be looking for shorts, but it definitely could break out to the upside. But when you look at the lower time frame on this, we had marked out, let me go to the 1 minute chart. Let me go to the 5 minute and mark out the breakout of this. It's the same breakout, kind of, not the same, different aspects with gold versus the Dow. But on the 5 minute, you can see that bullish channel that is being created. We broke out of that, right? And so now we're creating this double top here. So we don't know if it's going to retest the top of that channel and continue to head up, or is this the extent of it? In the grand scheme of things, to me, this is a minor level of structure. When you look at this level, that has had resistance, but it's not the high and the low of the overall move. It's just in the middle. So if this double top holds, we could be heading to the downside of the channel. If we climb on top, we could be heading to the upside. We got news after the open, so that'll determine that. So there's a few different levels. Right now, it's looking bullish. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Jeremy, I see so you're using a copy trader. What copy trader are you using? Are you using NinjaTrader? Oh, that was a good trade. What's it doing now? That Ninja, it hit that, retested that, so heading up to 39.9 is TP1. Retested the breakout here. Now it's pushing at 39.9, so it looks like that 39.9 is going to get hit.
Or 38.9.
Or 38.9, yeah.
Let's say 39.9? Yeah. That's exactly what it did. There we go.
It just hit. That was a good trade. All right, so we got to catch these. I mean, look for these type of trades where you have a big bullish movement that happens. This is just a pullback to that bullish movement. This inverted head and shoulder pattern gave you the signal that 61.8 is going to hold. Usually that green candle that introduced that low is going to be the area of liquidation that we could take the trade off of. We wait for that to be broken. It broke here, came back and retested it here, which was the session anchored VWAP. And then that was support to push it to the TP area. That was a great trade to find that over and over again. That's what you look for. So take a snapshot of that. Great setup. The Apex copy trader. Okay, with Tradeovate, so they have two. They have one copy trader on the Tradeovate platform, and then they have another one with NinjaTrader. And I use the one with NinjaTrader. I don't use the one with Tradeovate just because I have both the Rhythmic accounts and Tradeovate accounts. So with NinjaTrader, you can trade both of them, which is a excellent way to go. But you have to segment up your accounts if you have multiple accounts. You don't want one account trading all of it. Like this trade probably should have been in multiple accounts, but I made the mistake of trading in multiple accounts, not knowing it. and the trade went against me, and it affected all of my accounts. So
Yeah.
they're all built back now, but you got to be cognizant of creating your buckets. You can it will allow you to create your buckets. Yeah, that one's on the move. I'm gonna look at NAS. Oh, NAS did the same thing, just in a different way. S&P. Oh, they were all moving and still moving.
Yep.
So let me ask you this. Now that you've hit a good trade, who's done trading and who is still looking for trades?
That's a tough question, Tim. It's a tough question. So my mind says look for one more setup. But what I am learning, I am learning to take your profits for the day and do it again the next day. And so this is tough. This is tough. I'm done. I'm done. I think.
Dr. Lakeisha says she's looking for the next setup. Kamika's looking for the next setup.
If I look for another setup, I'm not going to risk much at all. It'll have to be a setup like this, because I think drawdown wise, I went down 150 maybe.
Yeah.
150, 200 at the most. I don't want to risk much and give away the profits that I've already made. And so if I do take another trade, I'm literally looking for a sniper entry, and I'm only going to risk like 300 tops. If I lose 300, I'm still above my 1250 goal for the day.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Well, Nedra says that Dr. Denise is still looking at trades. She knows that face.
She said nothing.
I ain't said a word.
He's trying to have a $9,000 day.
I got close to a nine. Well, I did do a $9,000 day once. Yes. I did. I sure did.
Listen, sometimes the Lord has to remind you of what you've done in the past. And he will send a prophet to remind you that you've done this before.
Yes.
When you are doubting your ability, he'll send someone to say, hey, you did this before.
You did this before.
Yeah. And I think yesterday probably, if I would have had the time, yesterday probably could have been a $9,000 day.
Yeah.
But I'll settle for the 3,600 because I stopped once I got that. I'm like, okay, I know I done passed it. Let me get out. I'm not doing nothing else. I need to focus. So I'm okay.
And this trade that we just took, I probably should have taken it on the on my $50,000 challenge. I did not. So this was actually on one of my 250s. But I am like, that's the other option I have today. Right. If I'm gonna trade more, then I'll do it on the 50 challenge. Get that knocked out.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Hey Tim, Brian asked, what broker do you use for your personal account?
Oh, there's a couple of them. So if I've switched brokers because I like the way that we trade on TradingView, and not all brokers will allow you to trade on TradingView. And so I have a Oanda account that I use for Forex, and then I have, it's called Optimus Futures, that allows you to trade on TradingView. All right. Before then, I was using a Sway account, which is still a regulated, it is a regulated broker, but it's geared towards Forex. And so I was looking for a futures one, wanted the option of trading on TradingView. So Optimist has been one with a lot of reviews that you can trade on TradingView. And they have, this is another thing, is like, you know, you can use your debit card to transfer money in at any time. And here's the thing about trading on your personal account. There is, you have a maintenance level that you have to maintain. So prop firms say, well, you can't pass your trailing drawdown. With the brokerage on your own account, you just can't pass the maintenance level. And that's where the leverage is. You can't over leverage. You can't use more capital than what you have. So they have that piece. But if you're in a trade and I haven't done it yet, but the rules are, if you're in a trade and you reach your maintenance level, all you have to do is transfer extra dollars from your debit card or credit card to meet the maintenance level, and it'll allow you to stay in the trade. It's called a margin call. And but there's a lot of flexibility. You can go into drawdown, you can lose, and it won't wipe out the account. You can build the account back. So it adds a lot more flexibility in there if you're building your own account, which I think all of us need to have it. I'm going to do some future trainings in the group on just the strategy of using prop firms as like an ATM. It'll pay for other investments. And so, you know, it's like even with Bitcoin, if you a lot of brokers charge a lot to use Bitcoin. So you got to be specific of which one you hold Bitcoin in. But the longer term, it's a longer term move. It's like a hold forever type thing. And so you don't want to just day trade Bitcoin. You want to hold it as a long-term investment.
Yeah. Corey just asked, why do y'all keep getting more challenge accounts instead of having one big account? It's really a growth model. Like that's the way I see it. It's the way you can scale. And so you can have a $250,000 account, a funded account, but imagine if you have two of them and you're placing one trade on your master account, but it copies it to the second account as well. And so, like Tim said, this probably should have been a trade that he did, using his copy trader, where it would copy the trade to each one of the accounts that he had signed for the copy to. And so it would turn a $1,500 trade to much, much more. Just by taking one trade. Or if you want to think smaller, let's just say you have 10 $50,000 accounts, and these are funded accounts, and you make $300 on one, but you use your copy trader and it copied it to all 10. It's a $3,000 trade versus a $300 trade. It's just a way to scale.
Yeah, and that's the piece where you have to look at yourself as a business.
Yes.
You're not a trader. Like, we're moving from employment mindset to business mindset. And so when you look at it from a business standpoint, do you want one McDonald's or do you want to own 1,000 McDonald's? That's like asking, why don't you just have one McDonald's restaurant that does a lot of business? Well, I can open up a second location and a third location, a fourth location to do something. And that's the way that I scale my business. And that's the way I look at accounts is I have one account that's doing well, but why wouldn't I, as a business, open up a second location or a second account and a third account doing the same thing?
Without having to do more work.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Less work with it's the efficiency, it's the economies of scale where you're able to scale it without putting out extra output. And that's a great way to look at it. Now, if you still want to have the mindset is that you want to grow, you just want one large account, to grow everything that's constantly growing. You still want that mindset, but why not copy that great growth model over a large amount of accounts?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a video on that, but we need to talk specifically about futures.
Yep.
And we need to talk specifically about opening up those accounts. This is Optimist Futures here, that account, but they have a large variety of accounts that you can choose from, that you can go from TradingView. All of them don't trade futures, so you have to. Optimist is really the one to trade with futures on TradingView. And if you have a Ninja Trader, you can connect those accounts as well. But good questions. Good questions. The scalability of this trade. There's really not an industry out there where, and I still am. I come from real estate, commercial real estate. Still am involved with real estate heavily, and but with real estate, for a lot of my projects, you're looking at 6 months to a year before you get the full payout, or even a return on investment. If you look at, if I put in something now, cash on cash return is different, but total investment, if you put the investment in, you're going to be waiting a few years. You may get 50% return, and that's a great deal. 50% return in a year. With this, you get 100%. If you paid $18 for a challenge account and you pass that challenge account within the month, and then how fast will you make the $18 back? So
Yeah.
the scale is a lot different with this type of industry. I don't see any other type of industry that produces these type of returns. All you have to do is learn the skill.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of real estate, Tim and Denise, I know y'all are experts in that industry. I might have an opportunity for us. So it's somebody I'm gonna reach out to. But Denise, I'll probably actually throw you the property first to look at it and see if you can get me a true value on it. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Listen, we advance in the kingdom in a lot of different ways. And so,
Right.
Yeah.
like, Tim, I was driving for dollars. Like, I wasn't even doing it on purpose. I was riding down the road and I see a house in Plymouth that, like, the grass was horrible. Like, everything looked bad, and they had a for sale by owner sign out there. And I'm like, man, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
So I went by so quick, and it's easy to miss, and I couldn't get the address, so I had to loop back around, got the address, just skip traced, and I'm about to give them a call today and see what they're trying to do. But it's in the heart of Plymouth. And
That's nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good investment area out there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to admit something.
Hold on.
I already knew it.
You already knew it.
Yeah.
I was back in Dow. I'm up 950.
Denise.
I already knew it.
It was patience, right? I saw it and I'm like, okay, it's patience, because this one is creeping because it's right before open.
Yep.
But do I believe it was going to hit 38.9? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
We're up there. So
Uh-huh.
I'm like, okay. I just needed to go a little bit more. 17 seconds on this one candle. It's creeping, but it's going to get there. It's going to get to my TP. My TP
Now,
is 38,919. It's going to get there.
Yeah, it looks that way, and it looks bullish. And we may see, you just think about it. NQ is already up close to 1% on the day. Nas is or Dow is hanging out at 0.32%. So we may see that get to 1% on the day, which is a lot higher profit target on the day. And you just look at where you got in at to where it is now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's trending that direction.
Yeah, I need one more little push, and then I'm good.
You went in with 10 minis,
of course.
Yeah, got a 25 ticks. Okay,
of course. Now, of course.
Yeah, that's not. It's just good to do the learn this skill. Just to repetitively practice and get good at it. Now, we have a thing when one of the panelists goes silent and they start looking to the left or to the right and they're not talking, you can pretty much guarantee that they're in a trade.
Something is up. Yes, yeah. Jamal, we are all, well, I won't say all of us, but the three panelists right now are in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But we've got people in New York, New Jersey, Texas, Florida,
Arkansas, Carolina,
Miami. We've got them every place.
Yeah.
So we're all over the board.
Yeah. So the and that I really blame chat because I was talking. Y'all should have saw Dr. Denise down there in the screen looking off. I think Nedra said it. She said, "I see that Dr. Denise's face. Like that's her trading face."
Yeah. I saw her too. I just wasn't saying anything, but I saw what you saw too, Denise.
Yeah.
I just wasn't there to actually do it. I'm trying to just preserve, but yeah, that was a good trade. And Nedra had a great point. She said that 38,919 is at a great level. That's at a sell fair value gap on the daily chart.
On the daily.
Yep. So if you go to daily,
yeah, it sure is. It's right there.
Yeah.
That's
Jamal said he lives in Louisville, but he's from St. Paul.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I'm taking my profit on this one before I go any. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Let me just take my money. I'm taking my money now. Okay, I'm done. I'm back.
Now the crazy thing is, and I didn't want to say anything, but I was talking, right? And all of a sudden I heard order filled. And
you heard
talking. I was like,
listen, and I was looking over and I said, shoot, I should have muted my mic.
I didn't even catch it.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to the replay. We were talking about prop firms. I was talking about optimists and whatnot. All of a sudden I heard order filled. I'm like,
hey, I hate when that happens.
Kamika said it's like a toddler. When the toddler gets quiet, you know they up to something. Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh man.
So it's funny sometimes when you place a trade, it will do the order fill, but it doesn't always do that. And so there's been times where I've been on and we're talking about something and I get in a trade and it does that. And I'm wondering, did anybody hear?
We hear it. Yeah. If you hit your mute button, I don't think we'll hear it. But if your mic is on, we're gonna hear it.
Okay, so you're saying you've heard that before?
Oh,
okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll look. I'll be like, oh, that's funny. Yeah. What you in over there?
Hey, Jamal, definitely stay connected. I know you're in Louisville. You're from Minnesota. Stay connected. Like Denise said, we've got people everywhere. And our mission and our goal is to go together. Like we're bringing everybody. We're trying to, spread the gospel of the kingdom and teach trading, all in one. So, definitely stay connected, man.
Yeah. No, that's good. We're about 15 minutes away from the open. Letting this move exhaust a little bit. It is trending, but letting the move exhaust a little bit. We want to be able to move the fib. So this fib will be exhausted right around at 38,920. We're waiting for it to create a higher low in structure. See where it retests. That will allow us to move the fib up. So let's just say that this was the high. And then this was the low. This would be the new fib. And so now we can watch the retracement on this. And now we have a new target.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Because this might even, like when you look at, let's see, when you look at the 30 second, we might go down to like 38, 80 would be the 2 minute, the 2 minute 50, but it would be testing that level to the left where you had that M pattern.
Yeah.
On the 2 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. And that'd be right close to the 50 if we go down that far.
Yeah. Yeah, that may be a good entry, especially if we start getting that deep shark fin on the lower time frame.
Yep. I believe it's going to go down some more. And that would be a perfect entry at open to be able to take that up. Because on the 1 hour, you can still see it's not like right at that shark fin level. So I know it's going to continue up. And the 4 hour, it's in the top half of the TDI. So I'm looking for that to still go up. So I definitely think it's going to break that previous resistance there.
I like it. I like the play. So I'll probably get back into this trade if that happens. See where we reject off of on its way down.
Yep. That 1 minute 50 would be a great spot.
Mm-hmm.
If that would hold.
Yep. Yeah, I've got an alert a little above that.
Yeah.
Yep.
1 minute 50 or the 2 minute 50, depending on how much it wants to do in 12 minutes. But we'll see.
You got me looking at the 2 minute now. I definitely did not have that up either.
It is a clean chart. Yeah, I had to go find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some deliverables this morning, so I know I'm not going to be able to stay on too much longer.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good day. Meg got in US 30 a few times.
Yeah. Had a few good moves there. So I'm pretty good for today. I've already passed my daily goal. So I am feeling pretty good about today.
As you should, Denise. As you should. Taking them secret trades.
But see, you know,
Listen, I can't say nothing. So
what can I say?
Sarah's is infamous for secret trading. So
Right.
You can't say nothing.
listen, so it's just sometimes it happens so quickly, and you don't have a chance to, put it out there and explain what you're saying. It's like,
Wait, hold on. Didn't Dr. Denise just teach a devotion about servitude and giving to the community? Is she over here secretly trading?
Now, we had the good setup because we all made big money this morning. I didn't want anybody to jeopardize their profit because it was a lot of consolidation. I figured I would be sacrificial, and if anybody was going to lose any money, it would be me. It would be me.
Thinking about us.
I appreciate that.
I was thinking about y'all. But I am telling y'all to watch this after open.
Watch it right now. We got a small shark fin. I don't know if it'll play out, but
I think we're going to be bouncing around a little bit.
Yeah.
It's trying to fake us out a little bit here, but I think we will be.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how we open.
Yeah, that's gonna be the big teller.
Yep.
But we're definitely going up. I can assure you of that. But at what point?
Yeah. That's good.
At what point? I want to go back. What did I say my end target was today? Let me see. For that one.
38.9.
Yep.
20?
38. 30. I actually had it going anywhere between 38.970 and 39.70. Sorry. Somewhere in that range is where I'm looking for this to push. Somewhere in that range. And then where you have your TP, your 27% is 38.930, between 38.930 and 38.40, or 39.40.
38.936.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That looks about right to me. Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Anything anybody else is looking at this morning?
Yeah, that might have been the zone. We'll see once we get momentum. We have it queued up, and I gotta log back in here. I'm just logging into my screen. I forgot I had logged out.
Yeah, that 6 minutes. What can happen in 6 minutes? A lot. I don't think it's going to go down that far, unless it just spikes down. Was my original thought it was going to go down and kind of bounce off of that 200 on the 32nd or something. But unless it spikes down like that, I don't think we're going to get there. I think it's just going to, that might have been it to come back up from this point.
Yeah, not really a big reason unless there's some big institutional players that miss the move,
Right.
which I doubt. I highly doubt that.
Yeah, that was probably the entry there.
Ooh,
Yeah, 4 minutes. Yeah, that was probably it. But it is coming down a little bit more, like a little pullback there. So maybe there's still hope for an entry.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
I have just had my things would open is that bullet in either direction that's normally opposite of my trade.
Yep.
It spooks me. I've hit that button too early sometimes, and it's just like, okay, everything I had, you took it, so I'm gonna pout and go on.
Yeah, I've been there. Jamal did just say we've got news coming up. He's Central or Eastern Standard Time, so 9:45 a.m. and 10 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
we've got the CAD news, and then we've got PMI news. Yeah, and then the CAD press conference.
Yeah, CAD I was not too interested in. We do have the DXY that hasn't completely gave up its movement, but just trading within the range right now. So really want to see if that is going to break the range on that news. That's really the important thing. CAD, I'm not too excited about. If it does push down and hits this trend line, I probably would be interested in it. But where it's at right now, in the middle, not too interested. It's staying on this level of support, minor level of support, sort of like what gold is doing. Like we really want to see this at the bottom or at the top. So that news will push it there. Yeah, and gold's getting close to the top as well of that range. We'll see if it breaks out. It did clear this zone, so now it's pushing up, heading to the top. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, if gold puts in, I mean, it's right at the point of putting in another like lower high with there's like a trend line off of those 3 peaks, the last 2 peaks. But on the 4 hour, what does it look like? It still looks like it could break through that.
Yeah, I like that this indication candle here that we stayed on top and haven't given back any of that move.
Yeah.
And that it's still pushing up. Tells us that bulls are in the market.
Yeah.
We got 1 minute to open.
All right, let's go. Let's see what it's going to do. I'm going to go back to Dow.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's going to push down, and then let's see where it goes. You on your 5 minute?
Yeah. It's the 2 minute here.
It's actually pushing up a little bit on the 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, volume's coming in. Get some shaking, some volatility. I want to see what PRZ it pushes to.
Yep, there it goes. Yep, there it goes. Bam.
And we are open.
Down. Ooh, my. See that?
Good question.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to enter in a position here.
So it's headed, yep. Wow. I think Kamika said, okay, she had her at 38,879, 38,879. Yeah, that's crazy. I think it's, let's see on the 32nd. Let me watch that. Yeah, I think it's going to go down to like that VWAP or down to that 800 on the 32nd. It's crazy. There it goes.
And those are those orders.
Woo, there it goes. Oh my gosh. Where is that going?
I don't even know. I'm
Wow.
sitting on for the moment.
Man, my mouse was not near the button. Okay.
Mine is in. I'm actually in this trade.
On the sale?
Yeah, or on the buy.
On the buy. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking for it's for those orders to test. But I think I think it wants to go to the upside, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's gone. It's going, but that was a huge drop, like crazy.
Yeah, those are unfulfilled orders there.
Yeah, and I need to see it.
I exited that one. It's a $400 loss. I just wanted to see if this one. And I think I'm going to.
Yeah, this is. Oh.
Yeah, I gave back 400. I'm gonna. Think I want to get long though.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the long. I'm waiting for the long on this one because the noise, that initial noise coming in. I still think that 1 hour TDI still wants to go long, still wants to go up, and I'm just not convinced that it's done falling yet.
Yeah,
that was a huge drop. If I would have been in a sale, I could have made like anyway. I'm not going to talk about what I could have made if it was a sale. I'm looking for the long, not the sale. I'm looking for the long.
Yep.
This is crazy though.
Okay, you're just gonna keep it.
Oh my gosh, I might have to do a sale.
Don't do it.
The sales look crazy here.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But it's like, did we just hit the peak with these two 15-minute candles that look like a tweezer tops? Like, what's the deal? For real?
Yeah, I think that this is. I'm not going to say what it is. I mean, price action right now looks very
contrary,
bearish, but yeah. But it depends on where you want to go.
Right.
And right now, price just looks like it wants to go higher.
Yeah.
And how do you do that? You have to go lower first to induce the buyers or induce the sellers.
Yep. Got that 1 minute shark fin right now.
Where are you at, Nadra?
It's very volatile. The holding out on this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, you hit TP on gold, Paula? On the buy. Nice.
Great job, Paula.
Listen, these new folks, man, like we all have experience trading, like because Because I feel like y'all been holding out on us. Like y'all killing it right now.
We love it. Love it.
Yeah.
This looks very bearish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jamal said it looks like it's going to the 6 p.m. overnight open.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a good place to get in if this level doesn't hold. I'm going to hold it all the way to the bottom of the range or bottom of the movement.
Mm-hmm.
But it does look good.
Oh, Paula made 865. All right now, Paula.
Jeez.
I see you.
If I had a stop loss on, I would turn over and look at gold real quick.
Yeah, Nedra says she's still looking for buys, even though the bears are in right now.
Nedra remembers the trade that we missed out on yesterday. Denise, I don't think you were on. But we missed out on a very good trade on US 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But she caught it after.
She did catch it after, but
After
Tim
we
played
closed.
us too. Tim played us yesterday. Like he was clowning us.
I just like I was looking for clarity on, because I heard some stuff that I was just looking for clarity on.
Clarity.
All kind of jazz.
Because it was not jazz. They said something that I've never heard of. So first it was the indicator. So I just simply asked, what is the indicator? And then they told me, I said, well, what does it do? What does it measure or something like that? And so they didn't know. So I looked it up. So it just, if I hear stuff, you're doing something, I want to know.
He didn't even give us a chance to look it up. It was the ASC trends.
Oh yeah. That's my friend.
Yeah, Nedra mentioned it, and Tim was like, "Oh, what does that do? Like, how does it work?" Listen, I didn't know how it worked either. Like, I know how we use it, but I didn't know how it worked.
Yeah.
So that was strike number one. He got us on that. Then the trade that we missed out on, like it was a nice shark fin. There was reason to take the trade, but the reason why we didn't take the trade is because on the 1 minute there was a break of structure.
Okay.
Like, we were on an uptrend. The structure broke down. And we didn't trust it until it got back within trend.
Okay.
So we didn't take it. Now, it ended up being at least 150 ticks. And so Tim, he had to get clarity. Yes. He's asking, so why didn't y'all take it again? Like,
Lord.
And so we're talking about structure, and he's looking for it. And he's like, on the 1 minute?
On the 1 minute.
Yes, on the 1 minute.
No, they said it. No, but they said
we almost have a convert here. Okay.
No, the interesting the way that they posed it though, because they were talking. It's like they were in Spain and I was in China. They were talking Spanish, and so I'm trying to get in on the conversation. Like, so Tara's just going back and forth. Like, yeah, structure broke. This is that. I was like, where are you guys seeing structure? And they said, because I'm on the 1 hour, I'm looking at it. I was like, this is just a pullback. Like the buys are coming up. They was like, no, on the 1 minute. I'm like, oh, that 1 minute structure, like it hasn't really broke structure.
Yeah.
Tim said that was just one candle. We talking about one candle.
Hey, listen.
Oh man.
That's the deal.
Man.
Yeah, this is going to liquidate. Deal. This is going to liquidate some stuff here. And so it's a matter of if we believe this move right here on US 30. Like, do we believe that was the top, that we could be coming to the bottom?
Stop filled.
Okay.
Somebody filling stops.
Yeah, I gave a little bit of money back. A little bit. How much did I get back? Let me see. Oh, $30. That's not bad. That's not bad. Not bad.
Sometimes when you're looking for the bottom
Yeah.
on these and you're looking for a buy, like it's worth giving up the 30 or the 200 at times just to get a good position. So
Yeah, I gave up the 30.
yeah.
But let's see where this is going to bottom out at.
Yeah, it looks like if it depends on if this bottom holds. So that really is the structure that I'm looking at, is the this last level here. It's
Yeah,
breaking through, but it's not able to close. And so I'm looking
right.
for which candle is close enough to the close. And it looks like we got about less than 5 minutes for this candle to close.
Yep.
But if this candle closes up above it, then we may have a buy opportunity. If it closes below, then I'm not interested.
Yeah. Jamal said he's going to wait until the 9:45 news or the 8:45 our time news.
Yeah, because it's right around the corner.
Yep.
8:45. Yeah, because that's the issue. When we are looking so close at the chart and we forget news is in 3 minutes, right?
Listen, I haven't made a move because I'm just
I'm
waiting.
proud of you.
I'm
proud of you because I literally forgot that we had 8:45 news.
Yeah.
Like it's back to back every 15 minutes this morning. And then we got crude oil at 9:30. And either way you go, even though it's not necessarily a Dow, the Dow still moves when that news comes on, especially on the lower time frames.
Listen, hold on. We got Michelle Renee. Sorry, real quick. She done made another 590. And she said, I'm done for today. Like, for real. She's
Michelle,
done.
what were you trading?
I know she likes gold.
Gold, and I've seen her trade Bitcoin too.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming on that time for me. I want to wait till news to see what happens. Yeah. 2 minutes, and then I'm going to have to pop off and let the guys hold it down for today.
Really, we're moving nowhere on.
I think this joker is going to go down some more. I really, really do.
That's what it looks like. Even on,
I really think that it's gonna sell off some more.
Yeah,
I really, really think that.
The 30-second.
2 minutes left.
Yeah, it looks like on the 30-second, it could be coming up right now. Yeah, it broke that middle band on the 30-second, but
yeah, but it's I think it's going to go up to do a big old whop down. That's what I think.
Yeah, well,
because it's got 2 minutes left.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to do that and then plummet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like on the 1 minute, you see all the wicks like at the bottom that really should signify it shouldn't be going down.
Right.
like it's like, all right, well, why is it still going down? But yeah, close to news, you'll see things like this. It is pushing up now, though. And so you might be right. It may push up and drop again.
And that top band on the 1 minute, band on the 1 minute is pointing down.
Angle down, yeah.
And the middle band is pointing down. So I think it's, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I think right now. But I almost think, I just want to think it's gonna, it hit that 800 on the 30-second. I think it's just gonna go back down. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna talk no more. How's that?
We got 35 seconds until news. And so we got the CAD news, and then there is a little orange folder PMI for US. It's at the same time. It's the final services PMI.
All right, Miss Bitcoin. Michelle.
See? Yeah.
Bitcoin. Yeah, I love it. It's like you like hold on to that. Yeah, we're starting to get news now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see
Trying
what
to look
this
and
is
see
going
what it is.
to. Down.
You know, CAD, they reduced their interest rate, so that CAD future should be falling because of that. That was the projection. That's what it did.
So it looks like it forecast stayed the same at 4.75. It came
Okay.
as 4.75.
Yeah, that's the orange folder. The red folder will come in another 15 minutes. Let's see what DXY is doing. DXY is pushing up, so Dow is wanting to push down. We did find support there. So why are you reacting positively to that news? I think it's just because of structure.
Yeah.
That 10-minute could be heading up on DXY, which will send these down.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's exactly what is happening.
Yeah, that looks like I got close to $1,000 at risk. I am currently 600, no, $462 negative on this account. Another 1,000 will put me at 1,400, 1,500. Let's call it 1,500. And then if I am positive, we potentially could make a high. Then to go to the new high, it would be interesting.
Yeah.
But right now it's headed to the downside. We're on the support end of that DXY range. DXY is climbing really fast as USD and gold is pushing down.
Hey, Jamal, what are you trading? What instruments do you look at? Let's see. Okay, he said gold. Okay. Nice. I don't even think we've looked at oil today.
No, they have crude oil coming out at 9:30.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's right. It is Wednesday.
Yep, the big Wednesday deal. Did anybody take the sale off of Dow? No?
We should have.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm the only one?
Oh, you did?
It's still
Yeah,
falling.
11:50. In the house,
Nice.
in the house. Now, come on, y'all. Y'all saw that coming.
We should have known.
It was the rejection off of the.
Come on.
It's really, if you look at this, the same order that put us into the buys is the same order that should have put us into the sales.
Right. And listen, you already said it was going to 23.6 on my fib. I had it. That's where it came to. We said that earlier.
We did. We did.
Okay, I'm out.
Well, good trading. How much are you up on the day?
32.26.
Nice.
Denise.
Hey.
Nice.
She just coming
leading
through.
the way.
You know what? Yesterday gave me my confidence back. So I'm in it to win it.
We're back.
Ooh, I'm back. I'm back in it to win it. So I know y'all will do well today.
Yeah.
Be careful. Again, as we always say,
Yeah.
be careful on high news days. But I will say my word for Dow is going to go a little bit lower, and then it's going to probably go back up. But it is still, if you look at that 15-minute TDI, it's going to drop a little bit more. So be careful as you trade. I will see you guys tomorrow.
All right, have a good one. Good job.
Are you done for the day? That's the question.
That's the question.
That is the question for today. That is the question.
That is a question.
It depends. It depends. I feel a little fire in my hands, so
yeah. There we go.
I don't know. 5,000 today would be nice. That's only what, $1,800 more dollars. I can do that.
You can do that.
But I'm not going to be greedy, right? I'm not going to be greedy. I'm in my 150 challenge. I need 6,000. But I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to be wise.
There we go.
That's a good choice.
I will let you guys know in our Discord how I did at the end of the day.
Yeah. Brian got in that cell.
See, Team Thunder. What can I say? Team Thunder. Come on through. Come on through. Made 600.
And Michelle and Paula's on Team Thunder. Oh, y'all going crazy.
Hey.
I know y'all blue track gonna go crazy.
I got in the cell.
Good.
Afterwards.
Yeah. But the whole thing is you're in.
Yeah.
You just
so
need to
I did another 500.
Watch your levels.
Nice.
You got another 5?
Yeah, I did another 500. So I'm
you're up a couple grand?
Yeah, 2,200 for the day.
All right.
Nice. Nice.
See?
Would love to see it. Everyone is making money, profits.
Yes. Okay, if I don't stop now, I'm not going to go to work. If I don't stop now.
Bye, Denise.
Listen, okay, one more thing. That just says a trade a day will keep the job away.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yes.
One trade a day.
See you guys. Have a great day. Trade safe.
Yeah, thank you. No, that was some good movement on US 30. Yep. It is my mind is stuck in the buys. I mean, the screen looks sell, so you have to believe it. And I am just not a good seller in this type of environment. I want to be a bull. And so I'm kind of still looking for this exhaustion to happen on the divergence here. Right now we're hitting up against the 800, but that's kind of flat. So I'm going to wait till we get down to the 200 and retest this zone down here. That's kind of where I want to look at the buys, because I want to catch the upside movement. Hopefully we get down there before the call happens. I know we got news here in it shortly, so I'm looking to get in before this call happens. See if it has room, and I'm also paying attention to the DXY. See if we're going to break a level. So we failed the upside run on this first attempt. Now we're going to see if it fails again. That could be the push down, as I may just time it. Let this 15-minute shark fin play out. And just time it that way, where it hits the top of the range and then catch the sell down.
Yeah, that will be a good play, for sure. It's funny, like I'm looking for the buys as well, but it's just so much momentum down right now.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to really gauge where it's going to go when you have this much momentum and you have more news that's coming. So yeah, it's like, for me, I will be on the sidelines until news clears up, and we'll go from there. But
yeah, I'm just be a little hard-headed today. I'm down 1,400.
This feels like deja vu. We've been here before, Tim. Remember?
It is. It is. It's like so, but it's the same logic though.
Yeah.
So like with that NQ, it was like 4,000 down on that trade.
Yep. Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's there. It's reaching a level of support. There's really no news to push it down there.
Yeah.
And so entering back in with a lot more lot size and make the 400 back. And so the not really necessarily concerned about the P&L.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking for a good trade right now. If it pushes down to a cheaper level on this buy, highly doubt Dow by the end of the day at 4:00 Central Time that the Dow was going to be red.
Yeah.
Right. Which means
I have no doubt it's going to turn around.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when it's going to turn around. I got to really have a clear signal on that.
Yeah, and it's kind of I like the sales this morning. I do like that. I do like that, but I like the opportunity here that's on the retracement.
Mm-hmm.
Just from this move that pushed into this high, if you just measure from bottom to the top,
mm-hmm.
We're barely touching that 38.2 level. If what do we got? 3 minutes left on this hour candle. If we close above that and 38.2 isn't hit, what it's projecting for 0 is substantial, but what it's projecting for TP1 at 39 is a possibility.
Yeah.
So we'll see. You also got to look left. So, you look at this move left, this move down, pushed it into consolidation, and then a further move down. So the other entry is 61.8. If 38.2 breaks, 61.8 on the trend line is where it hit last time. That may be the move there as well.
Yeah. So just having your alert set and be watching those levels to catch
what you're looking for.
Yeah. To catch the return up, like that is the big move that's really left for the day is to return back up. If I can catch that, I'm gonna knock out this 250 challenge today. If I can catch that, because I'm not gonna go in super heavy, but that's a lot of ticks.
You're up. I mean, you're up. So it doesn't make, it's not a huge play for you at this point.
Yeah, it would just,
especially
like I said, especially with the 250 challenge, I wouldn't risk much. I would just, try to find that sniper entry, and if I get stopped out and I lose 200-300, I'm okay with that. Like that, that's okay. But I may take one stab at it, like just one stab, and see if I can catch it right.
Yeah, that's
because even if we go up to this previous high, and let's just say it goes back up to 38,875. That's 183 ticks right there. And if it goes higher, that's a lot. It's a big move. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but being patient with it, just let it prove itself that's what it wants. That's what it should do. Let it prove itself. Watch the DXY. Let the DXY prove itself. Wait for these levels to be broken. If this is a failed upside auction and it pushes to a downside, then this was just manipulation right here.
Yep.
At the open. Which that 15-minute shark fin is still there. So we still could push up a little bit higher. So wait for that DXY to push up. And then once this exhausts and proves itself, that should be the point to take the buy. But I wouldn't take this too early. Just let it prove itself and then catch the right trade back up.
Yeah, we got news in 10 seconds. We've got the PMI.
And for this should be, it's just being released now. This move is kind of an indicator of what NFP is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So just start to think about that. This was NFP precursor. The non-farm employment change was a precursor to NFP Friday.
Yeah, news was positive. Projected 51, came out 53.
Okay. Yeah, and so news is going. This is going to push the dollar up even further. So it was waiting on that move. That 15-minute is starting to play out, and we're coming up into the top of the range. And so the top of the range is here in a zone, but we also have just this range playing out, which is interesting because gold is playing in that range as well.
Yep.
From here. So something to be, what happened to the, that's what it is. It was like the music just stopped. Did you stop the music?
I didn't touch it. It would have been me, but yeah.
Oh, like something is a little different right now.
We are
like
quiet.
I'm like, what is going on with the music? Okay.
Yeah. There we go. I feel like it's been off for a while too.
No, you know what happened is that opening bell. We played the opening bell and probably didn't cut it back on. Yeah.
30 minutes ago.
Oh man, that's funny. All right. So I am going to take a position on this piece here on the buy. We're down. I'm not doing it on the challenge account. Or excuse me, this is on a challenge account. I'm not doing it on my copy trading account. So I'm just trading individually on the challenge account. I'm down 1,400. Willing to go to about $3,000 loss on this account for the day. So that means I got another 1,500 to lose on this account before I do it, which is less than 1% of risk on the day. And so usually on a or a little more than 1% on the day. Usually when I lose, I'm keeping it between that 1 to 2%. CM, what were we looking at here? Oh, that's gold.
I am gonna have to run in a second.
Yeah, we're gonna let this play out. But it's going to be a trending day. If it trends to the downside, be cautious of that. The 61.8 area is a good place to look for buys. If you are going to look for buys, I'm just retesting this area to see if the buys are going to come up. But trade cautiously today. Don't put a lot of risk on. Let the plays prove itself out, and then go from there. If you see something, if you have a question, put it in the Discord and we can chat about it.
Yep. Dr. Denise just posted, said, okay, I really think I'm going to go in for one more. She's at 51.95.
Nice. Nice.
Back to work.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a good day.
Good day. And looks like everyone is has ending up positive on the day. All right, so I'm going to let this trade play out. I'm going to put a stop loss order in here. That's why I bring the box down. That's going to be my take profit, and I'm going to be done for the day as well. Let me just quickly put this stop loss in so everybody can see that, and that will. All right, so stop loss is there. I'm going to put that at 26 contracts and let that run for the day.
Okay.
And that's right at the 78.6 level down here. Looking just a little bit past that, so we'll see if that plays out. It certainly could come down, but looking for that to hold. I'm going to catch it to the upside, so we'll see. I'm going to move this up a little bit, and that's what we got going for the day.
Nice. Nice.
All right, well, we'll see how this one plays out. It's Wednesday. We'll be back on tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And then tomorrow night we'll have night markets. And so good day today, everyone.
Listen, and we might pop in on Friday. We'll see.
It may be something. I'm going to be on a plane Friday morning.
Listen, I might jump on. So I might pop back.
You should do a segment. You should do a segment this Friday. Like, put in the chat if you would be interested in a Friday terrace trading session. Put it in the chat if you would be interested in a Friday terrace trading session.
I'm not gonna make this a regular thing. Fridays are the day off. It's possible. If so, I'll put something out for you guys and give you a heads up. Cool.
Oh, that's funny. Yes, the more the better. There it is. Corey will be on with you. You know, it would be good for you to do a Friday and bring a few of the new people on and do a segment then. Like get Isaiah on, you, Isaiah, Corey, Jeremy. That would be cool to have a segment on Friday for that.
I don't dislike that idea. I don't dislike it.
Yeah. Cool. Get Paula on, so we can get that. We'll call it New Trader Fridays. Jeremy said, let's do it. So Jeremy's willing to be on. Okay. New Trader Friday. We just coined it that. New Trader Fridays.
New Trader Fridays. I like that.
That's a thing.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
Yeah. That's a thing. Yeah. Just terrorists and new traders.
Let's see.
I like that.
Let's see if we can work that out. That'll probably work this week.
Look, I had to put it public. Like, come on, Terrence. Come on.
I see what you're doing, Tim. I see it. But it's my fault because I mentioned it. What y'all got to understand?
That would be hot. I'm working on the graphics right now on it.
What y'all understand is Tim is a pusher. He will push you further than you want to go.
Oh, this is funny. It's funny. No, that's the thing. There's a flyer already created for it. We'll post it in the Advanced Lab Friday. Terrace and the new traders. Terrace and the new advancers. It's going to be great. Tune in starting this Friday.
Listen, you know what I have.
Terrace, Jeremy, Kiara, Paula.
I muted his mic again. I had to. That's 2 days in a row. I've had to mute this man's mic. You're going too far now.
Oh man.
Nice.
Oh man.
All right, we are done for the day. We'll see you guys in the Advanced Lab. Any questions? Definitely put them there. Really, yeah. This Friday. Yeah.
Oh man, this Friday, tune in. Corey, Kiari, Paula, Jeremy. We're gonna be this Friday. Be camera ready. Terrorists and the new traders. Let's go. It's championship, baby.
It is championship season.
Oh man. Let me get off this line.
We got it done. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all in the morning.
See y'all in the morning.